I mean, before prison, did anyone ever try to physically assault you as you were going about your day, about your business?
I was almost kidnapped before.
Really?
Hmm.
Almost kidnapped.
Yeah, I got in the car. I mean, they put the gun in my head, and it was my car. I turned my car around, and I was getting ready to get out. And when I got out, it was a guy and a lady, and the lady, she was a nice looking lady, and I was looking like, damn. And before I knew it, they called my name. They said, Rick. And I turned, and then he put the gun in my head. And then he told me to get back in the car. I was getting back in the car. I got lucky. It's in my book. All that's in my book. And we had a no kidnap policy. We ain't paying no ransoms. That was our motto. We don't pay ransoms.
Oh, even if it's you?
Even if it's me. My rules go for me too.
Why did you have that rule?
Because we don't want nobody trying to kidnap us.
Okay, so before your kidnapping, were any of your guys ever kidnapped?
Mm-mm.
No.
They kidnapped one of my partner's daughter one time.
Oh.
But other than that, nobody from our crew got kidnapped.
Okay, and what happened with the whole daughter situation?
He called the FBI.
Aha. And they went and got her.
Mm-hmm. And called the guys.
That almost reminds me of the Paid in Full story. AZ Faisan, when I interviewed him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know AZ.
The whole Rich Porter situation. Rich Porter's little brother got kidnapped by like the uncle or something.
Well, in LA, kidnapping had got to be big though,
Yeah, this was New York. But yeah, they ended up kidnapping the little brother.
Like maybe
and then
85, guys getting out of prison had turned that had become the new hustle, kidnap drug dealers or their kids.
Right, because what do you do? Okay, so this was one of your workers whose daughter got kidnapped?
More like a partner, he did his own thing, but we did stuff together too.
Okay, so me calling the FBI is a lot different than a drug dealer calling the FBI.
Yeah. And I mean, he had a lot of problems doing it. He didn't just do it as soon as it happened. He was talking to everybody and asking questions. I imagine he probably talked to everybody. He probably, because he knew all of us, Harry O. I mean, he knew everybody.
Okay.
So he called me and asked me, man, what you think? They got my daughter.
What'd you tell him?
I told him that I would call the feds too. My most important thing would be getting my daughter back, And he was wondering if he thought if he paid the ransom that they may not give his daughter back.
How much was the ransom?
I think they only wanted like 100,000, 300,000.
300,000. Okay, when the FBI came and got the daughter back, did they start to look into who he was?
No, they didn't care.
Oh, okay. So it actually worked out.
Yeah, they only wanted one thing, to get her back.
And they got her back.
Yeah, they got her back. A couple hours. They called. It's crazy. Because me and the daughter is like way cool. She's more my age than he is. He's older than I am. And she was just telling me how the guy goes to the phone booth, because they using phone booths back then when we still had phone booths, to call to make the transaction. And by the time he hit the phone booth, they said the feds had surrounded the phone booth and followed him back to the house where they had the girl at, surrounded the house, and got on the bullhorn and said, y'all might well come on out. We got the house surrounded.
Sure, they had a hard time in prison. A bunch of guys would kidnap a little girl. I don't think they get treated too well.
I don't know. I forgot. They was from a gang, so they probably,
yeah.
They probably didn't have too hard a time.
I got you.